In the month of January of 2018, there hasn't been a film that received my worst rating. All I gotta say is history will be made tonight.
Man down, where you from, nigga? Fuck who you know, where you from, my nigga? Where your grandma stay, my nigga? This mad city I run, my nigga.
Den of Thieves is a movie directed by Christian Gutgas and it stars 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson, O'Shea Jackson, Gerald Butler, and Pablo Schreiber. In this movie, it's all about these crew of robbers, and their main goal is to rob the Federal Reserve Bank in downtown Los Angeles. And while this crew of robbers are trying to rob this bank, this elite unit that's part of the LA County Sheriff Department wants to foil that heist, who's being led by Gerald Butler, who plays a character named Nick O'Brien, and we pretty much have a film of cops versus robbers. As always, I just want to talk about the positives. I gotta say, I like the direction they took with this film. The director did a good job of making the audience choose a side, because the film jumps back and forth to the elite unit of sheriffs and then the crew of robbers. And while the film was transitioning in between the elite unit of sheriffs to the crew of robbers, you got an in-depth look of how the elite unit was strategizing a way trying to get the crew of robbers and things, and you got the crew of robbers strategizing how to maneuver around the elite unit of cops. Pretty much both sides is going against each other. Get an in-depth look how each of their plans develop in the long run. There's chances in this movie where you might root for the elite unit, there's a chance you might root for the crew of robbers, and there's chances you might feel like the elite unit is bad guys, and there's a chance you might feel like that the crew members are bad guys at times. And Gerald Butler, I think he had the best performance in his film, the standout performance, and he plays this guy named Nick O'Brien. And I gotta tell you, the Nick O'Brien, he comes off as a dick and a pretentious prick, but yet on the inside, you understand his character and his troubles and what he goes through. You understand why he's acting a certain way in this film. And I think that Gerald Butler definitely delivered. And the character, I just have to say that O'Shea Jackson's character, his performance was quiet. What exactly do I mean when I say quiet? He didn't give out a bad performance. He gave out a good performance, but it was quiet. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be really honest with you guys that every action sequence you saw and you already saw in the trailer, but that's kind of a good thing, because what we got was a build-up of his characters, build-up of each character's motives and how they feel and about their everyday lives, their situation leading up to a certain event, which is the bank heist. And the film does a good job at that. Now, people might think it's slow. It's a little bit of a slow burn. Not at all. Now, the film can be slow, but if it's slow, you gotta have good dialogue, so therefore the audience won't get bored. And that wasn't the case with this film. Yes, the film was very slow, but it was slow building up for that specific moment. And while it was slowly building up, it was building up each character. I gotta tell you that the dialogue, whoever wrote the script, I want to give him a high five, because the script, the dialogue was on point. It was funny. I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed the script. It wasn't corny. The performances from every person, they did okay. They did okay. There wasn't really much of a standout performance outside of Gerald Butler's character, but no one gave out a bad performance. In the third act, and that's when things got real, and things definitely got real. And when things got real, I was so into it. I was actually to a point where my heart was beating really fast, and it was intense. It was so intense that I was actually rooting for both sides. It was gripping. I was at the edge of my seat at the third act. I cannot believe it. I was expecting the expected, but the expected didn't really happen. And I'm just like, talk about the flaws with this film. There is not a lot of flaws. I would say that the only flaw is that the film didn't really give a motive of why these crew of robbers being the way they are. They didn't really give a reason for any of his characters, but yet the film does take time of developing their characters, like showing their everyday lives and things, but it doesn't really give them a true motive, a true conviction. But for the elite unit, the film does a good job of giving Gerald Butler's character convictions and things. At that moment, it didn't really take away from the film itself. I still was enjoying each character on screen. When the third act happened, that's when things start to really go down. The movie was intense, it was gripping, I was at the edge of my seat, my heart was beating fast, and something happened that I didn't really expect it before. I gotta give Den of Thieves a Ben Affleck Batman.
Hell, this is your life now. This is us. This is our country. It's real.
Has to be a joke. I do not believe this is happening. You better fucking fix this shit right now.
This is history in the making right here. This is the first time on my channel that I gave my highest rating to a film in January. This is remarkable. That means something great is going to happen. I might get laid tonight. Have you seen Den of Thieves? If you haven't, I recommend you guys go checking it out in theaters. It's Friday, and this is a good time at the movies. If you like everything you see and you agree, click right here, join me in the Batman family. The hell? Hey Rebecca, what's up?